Hey, everybody. Actually, Don's not going incognito. He's actually starting to get a YouTube channel together. So tonight we're going to continue on with San Francisco cable car. It is getting very close to being done. And on the Friday stream, I think it was Friday, might have been Sunday, I did some work so that I wouldn't have to do a lot of slow and I guess boring content. Let's see. So yeah, we now have Dawn, who is Misadventures in Scale Modeling. Keith is here, and Dawn set it up so that he can get the or he's got his mic and camera hooked up. Created the channel for the buddy build that will start in June for the 18th century armed longboat. Ken is here. Welcome. Star that last comment and start working on this. Good news for us, at least. Happy news. We had the contractor out today, and we finally know exactly what we're going to do with the house and an initial cost for how much it's going to run us. That's a good thing. It's going to cost, right now, we're a little bit less than what the insurance has paid out, but we're not done. We still have to do a little bit. We still have to find a good quote for the fence, because the fence that the company we're going with for the siding, the roof, the gutters, their quote was a little bit expensive. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten out some wire. And if you haven't seen one of these before, what this is okay. What this is it's 3 Teflon rollers put together so that you just pull it and it'll straighten the brass wire. If you get it right, it should get all the curves out, or at least enough that they're not going to matter. So we get this. Because if I get there, we're also going to do some of the rods for the grab rods for the side of the bus or side of the tram. So not perfectly straight, but pretty straight. And if Alex shows up, not sure if he's here. Sorry about that, Alec. I wasn't able to make your stream because I was talking with my contractor. Okay, so the first thing, going back to where we were, one of the things we did last week, I was watching one of Jordan's videos today, and I do the same thing he does, which is say we, even though it's just me. But I agree with him, what he said, that we're all on this journey together. Let's see. Good. Those glued down well. You can see here's the platform. A lot of work still to go on there. But I was working on these last week, and when I was trying to push one of them in, which one is it? You know, a repair is good when you can't find it anymore. But I broke one of these pieces up here, one of the top pieces. So I sanded the back a little bit on both of them so that they should, magic word there, just slot down in here. It's a little bit tricky getting them in. And I have to be careful not to push up here on the top, because that's what broke the one the first time. That, I think, is the wrong one, because one of them I had to trim a little bit. Yeah, this one here. Ken said he made it for about 30 minutes of Alex stream. Yes, good thing about wood, the repairs disappear. So on this one here, come on, you can see this one's just a little bit shorter. I had to trim it because when I glued this, I ended up with a bubble of glue right there. And so it would not fit down in there. So it was this one actually, I think, that I broke. But it fits in there perfect now. Same on this side. Famous last words. It's not wanting to go in right now. But I have to angle it in a little bit. And I noticed that it has picked up some moisture in the air because it's a little bit curved now and it's not going in very well. So let me sand this down just a hair more. Not enough clamps. No clamps needed yet, Eric. Welcome. And something occurred to me today that people have been a while since anybody's asked me, but something actually hit home today. I'm retired, guys. I can do whatever I want. It's been, let's see, it's the 6th. So yeah, it's been a month, over a month, since I actually really left work. And it just now hit me today that I am retired. It's a little bit different. Get this open. Do something here real quick. Yeah. I muted for just a second there so that I could turn on a fan. And when you leave glue, especially wood glue like this, for a while, it clogs the outlet. Wood glue actually really comes out really well. So Eric, misadventures in modeling is done. Or as Donnie sometimes says, other Don. Okay, so we're going to just put a little bit of glue in each of these slots down here. And I'm going to put a little bit as well on the face here, on the lower edge. So this should fit in here without any issues whatsoever. As I've said on many videos, one of the things that the glue does is if it's a tight fit, it lubricates the part a little bit so that it'll fit in better. That one's not. Is that one? That's not going to work. I was going to try and put a clamp on either side. Yeah, I might want to do that, Don. That way everybody realizes who you are. Okay. That clamp made it top heavy. It wants to roll over now. I'm just putting these on for a couple of minutes. Should just about be able to take them off as soon as I put this other side on. Let's set this up in here. I don't think these leads were done at the end of last stream. I did them over the during the live stream as well. What I've got on here is the Arduino wires. they're male, female Arduino wires that I cut in half. This will actually go down into the base. Maybe I might leave it to where I can take the train or the cable car off of the base. Probably not. But what that'll do is hold the, it'll let me set it on there without it. What was I going to say? I'm going to glue it down anyway, but it'll let me put it on there while it's still being built and hold it together, or let it sit there. What am I trying to say? It'll let me take it back off if I need to. Let's see. Don's said maybe he should post on Discord about the change, or maybe he should hide. Eric said, Don in ninja mode, hiding in shadows. Kenneth is here. Hiya, buddy. How you doing? Sitting there watching favorite YouTube person while on a 30-minute lunch break. I got done with pack 5. Now I'm on pack 6. Very cool. Will that be an appropriate name after Wonderfest? Misadventures in scale modeling? Maybe. People saying hi to Kenneth. Kenneth saying hi back. Don saying, yep, for the buddy build. Absolutely. And we're working out how we're going to actually do it. We've got to figure out the schedule. Don and I are both retired. Not sure yet exactly how we're going to do it, but my thought is we'll do something along the lines of what Donnie and Jordan are doing for the Reliant, where we're going to do the live is going to be all of us explaining what we've done, and then we're going to do individual videos outside of that. So hopefully this stay. It is right at the edge of the table. If it rolls over the wrong direction, would be bad. No Viking. I'm guessing you're talking about the Viking pirate ship or dragon ship. Very odd, high-pitched hum. Okay, so these will hopefully stay together straight. Because they do warp a little bit. So grab a piece of tape. Did I say Jordan and Jordan? I meant Ken and Jordan, sorry. Or did I probably said Andrew and Jordan. Because they kind of go together like peas and carrots. No, don't ban me, Ken. Is that possible to ban somebody in the middle of their own stream? Got a new CPAP in today, too. I'll get to try that out tonight. I do love you, Mr. Ken. I do love you, Mr. Ken. Don't listen to Don. Okay. Let me see how we can get this to work. I said Donnie and Jordan. Well, look at me go. I'm a loser. Maybe that's why I'm retired, because old timers has started kicking in. So hopefully I can wrap this around here on both ends. You can see how it's popping out like that. That's right. My brain done retired a long time ago. That is not, I don't think that's going to work. Nope. Let go. Thought about it before, and I knew that might be an issue, so I did think of a way that will probably work, but I want to put some wax paper down first. Hey, Jordy, welcome. Adjusting the intro clip Todd made him. Cool, very cool. Glad you could make it. Where are they? I cleaned up. Therefore, I can't find anything. But when I cleaned up, I also rearranged everything to where the shop is so much more roomy until I actually start doing something in it. Okay. So we're going to set this down here like this. And we're going to put some glue on it again. The only problem is going to be I don't have enough 1, 2, 3 blocks to hold everything. Because if this works the way I want it to, I'll be able to set. That is not working. Let go. That is not working the way I wanted it to. And let me catch up on the chat. Okay, Jody showed up, said he was late. Eric said my brain retired. Keith, Eric, Ken, Donnie, Misadventures, and Buck. It's probably the email you didn't send Ken, Donnie, and myself. It is the email I didn't send you. I did send it. It got lost in the paper. Did you check your spam? You probably have me marked as spam, Eric. And Eric read it as Misadventures in Buck. I'm good for misadventures. Okay. So what we're going to do instead, I came prepared because I thought this might happen. What we're going to do instead is we're going to hit it with CA and do one end at a time. So you can see that end will go together while this end is open. Matter of fact, it's wanting to stick right now because the wood glue that's on it. So I'm just going to do this area here. And here. Not so much here or here, but right here. So I'm going to do that right there, like that, glue myself to it. That's always the plan. I'm not going to worry about this spot or down here yet. If you have any small wood strips with square ends, then you clamp them. I do, but they're actually part of the cable car. That's what Don said, and Jody said, Ken, thanks for hopping in to give Alec a hand. He was able to relax a bit and figure some things out. Yes, thank you, Ken. I was supposed to be there, but we were in the middle of discussion of what we were actually going to get done to the house with the roof guy, our contractor. Okay. This one looks like it should go together without any issue. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue here. And I will tell you that using StreamYard is sometimes non-intuitive, but the best way to figure it out is to just do it. Get that. Let's go ahead and hold this for a minute. It's running away. Now I'm gonna set it down on the wax paper and end up gluing it to wax paper, as you do. Now, if somebody was here, they could put some Instaset on here. So that, come on, focus. That is how that's supposed to go. Ah. I spoke too soon. Thanks, Jody. Appreciate the help. Okay, I'm gonna let it sit there because it's still got the glue in there. It's just not fully cured. And when I brought it up to show it, I broke it loose. Okay, that's better. So about a 90-degree angle. That should work. Like I said, and it responded. Jody says he has his finger on the screen. He'll hold it. Don said, bad CA, bad CA. I read that as bad California, honestly. And Eric can email me some help. Thanks, Eric. You sending me some help through the email? Set that one over there. That one should be good. And one thing I did do is on both of these, how there's this 2 small tabs and 1 large. These 2 match up. And I'm going to do the other 2 the other direction. Well, actually, if I rotate them around. Yeah, that way. The other 2 are set up to be the other direction. So if I lay them out same way, the small tabs are on this side. Eric said, Jody, you got balls of steels to hold apart while Buck glues it. You may end up permanently on Buck's display shelf. Yes. Not sure what hanging with Ian means. Okay. actually, before I do this. CA doesn't bond well to steel, so you should be okay. Is this one going to line? Come on. This one just is not wanting to go together right. Oh, there's the problem. This one, the gray piece, is curving inward. Oh, yeah. CA doesn't bond well to steel, and Ian is going to be part of this model, isn't he? He might be. I'm not sure yet. I haven't 3D printed. I don't have a 3D printer to do it. I don't have the beer cans yet. Might still make them. So this one, to get it, since it's curved the wrong direction, to make it easy, what we're going to do is set it aside for right now. So let's see if this one's going to play nice. This one is having a little bit of the same issue, but not as bad. I should be able to put it together like that and have it stay. I'm doing my best not to have any of the glue showing outside the bond, because if it does, it's going to be really shiny. And I'll have to go back and do touch-up paint. And when I get going on touch-up paint, a lot of times what happens is I'll touch something up and I'll go off a little, go a little bit over. And so I'll sit there and spend the next 3 weeks doing a touch-up on a very small area. Oh, come on, you were in there. Okay, that one should be good. We're very close to it. This is the one. No, this one was good. I was about to make a serious mistake, although there's a small spot right here where it's split. That should set up. And of course, it popped open a little bit down here. "90 degrees on wood can be a little bit tricky sometimes." Okay, so that one should be good. That one should be good. This one, like I said earlier, has that split there. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue in this area here, and right here where I didn't glue at all. Hopefully I can push it together without gluing myself to it, because then I'll be on the display shelf with Ian. it only has to be, it only has to carry weight until it gets onto the cable car and onto the shelf, because once it's there, it will never get touched again. And I did not get a chance today. I was going to try and start the victory section, but I did not get a chance to. Alex said, just hopping on now, had to stop and get my bike's front brake looked at and replaced. Currently stopping for beef fried rice and crab rangoon for an early dinner. Very cool. It's actually medium. It's medium Star Bond, Keith, but a 4-ounce bottle lasts long enough until so that the medium becomes thick. I need to get a new bottle. Okay, that one's good, I think. Yeah. Okay, last one. And because it's a little bit, it would be good if I glued it the right way. Because it's a little bit off, let's see what I can do. I'm going to try and glue it just in the middle. If I can get it to stick there, it should be fine for me to get it the rest of the way. Yeah, I got this Star Bond, the medium Star Bond, for a pretty good price. And so I've been using it for a while, and I've realized now that it is thickened on me. Okay, that one there, that one there. I'm just really glad that it works well with the kicker. So now, a little bit there along this side. A little bit more right here because I can see daylight through there. Yay! Oh, I love it when that happens. Come on. Yep, gotta love CA. Okay. Let's try this again. Come on. There we go. And I can feel it right now. I am glued to the part. But not that bad. Okay, I'm going to glue the other end instead. And we'll come back to that middle and see if we can break everything back apart by putting glue on there. Still got, I can still see through here, but I'm not going to mess with it. I'm not going to try and push it together. Actually, yes, I am, because that gap is just getting larger and larger. But instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it here. And there, felt it, it snapped a little bit. But what I'm going to do instead, on this side, I'm going to put a bead of wood glue that's going to dry clearer. Well, it's not going to dry clear, but it's going to not be near as shiny as the super glue would. I can see it already. I am going to be repainting. Hey, Gordon, welcome. Okay, I'm going to set this one off to the side. Bring this back over. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We showed some of the things I got done on the stream when I set these parts up. I also glued the front and rear bumpers on. They did not fit exactly right, so I actually had to do a little bit of trimming of the tabs that were here. A little bit of trimming, a little bit of sanding, and it looks pretty good. Okay, so while I've got it upside down here, before I do anything else, anything crazy, grab black and the black and the gray paint. What I'm going to do is I'm going to touch up underneath here, and it doesn't have to be touched up or painted underneath by the wheels, but I'm going to go ahead and at least get the outside where you can see it painted. Find all my caps, put all the caps on the glue. I suppose I can put these away for right now. I decided the 1, 2, 3 blocks are convenient enough that I needed more. Okay. I could probably paint those red wires at the same time. Why is it the burgers taste so much better hot off charcoal grill? Because you're cooking outside the way we're supposed to cook. Or actually, Ken has the perfect answer. Because. That's it. That's the entire answer. Just because. I tend to agree with Ken. Just because. Okay, we're going to. They're right there. Very Canadian. It's the smoke, and that's a very Canadian answer. It is. I think that's because Ken's from Canada. And I started to mispronounce it. So, man, new teeth. They're getting in the way of my talking. What I was starting to say, I started to mispronounce it, so I just decided to go with it. Very Canadian answer, and Alec is probably right because you get a nice smoky taste versus a propane taste. It is the carbon and fumes from the lighter fluid. Just spray some lighter fluid on it. Don't need, you got one of the match light ones. We used to have a electric thing that we would plug in, and it was just, it got red hot, and that's how the coals got started. No lighter fluid or match used, only a good lump of coal in the chimney. Okay, back to this. Get this painted. It doesn't have to be perfect because it will be, well, not that it will be, it is the bottom of the cable car. And so it is going to be underneath and glued down to the base. So unless somebody's using a borescope, they'll never see it. A borescope is something they use on aircraft to look inside the engines. Back in my Air Force days, I was one of the few people, avionics people, that was allowed to use the borescope because I was good at finding stuff that was lost in airplanes. And I keep wanting to grab it right here, and that would snap those right off. So like I said, put a little bit of paint on these wires. I got way too much black out. That should be about all I need. Drive. Whoa! Lost complete control and almost broke it. Need to put a picture of peeing under the wheels. Where'd he go? There he is. You mean like this? Oh, come on. You're not going to bring your borescope when you come to visit? I'm good at finding stuff with a borescope. Especially the flex scope. I am having one of those nights, but that's okay. And at this point, I don't think anybody is streaming before 4 p.m., which is going to be 6 p.m. my time on Saturday. So you're saying I should glue him up underneath there? That would be funny. Okay. There it is. I'm sitting here looking for the gray paint that's right next to me. This one I needed a lot of, not the black. And I mentioned it before. I'm an idiot. Look at me go. I want gray, I grab black. Yeah, so 6 o'clock my time. I'm not quite that far east. I wanted the gray, so I grabbed the black. Look at me go. So we'll skip that area for right now. We'll paint over here. This is just kind of, it doesn't have to be a good coat. It just has to cover a little bit so that the fact that there's wood under here is not that obvious. You ask because I'm thinking you start work at 4 p.m. on Saturday. Might streaming the rest of the Viking boat. Want to make sure I'm not streaming over Jordan or anyone else. I don't think Jordan will be streaming. I know Ken doesn't stream until like 8 o'clock my time, and I just grabbed the black paint again. So I think you should be okay. But it's also one of these things of, unless somebody has posted that they're going to stream, don't sweat it. And you are allowed to stream on your channel anytime you want. And if you post like you did into Discord, I will try and show up. Don't have any plans that I know of yet on Saturday, except for maybe doing a few more videos. Because my backlog of videos is down to about 5. I am having missed some senior moments. Oh no. I didn't point those out either, so I can fix that one and talk about it. I just broke one of the posts inside. Almost seems like this would have been a great night to play video games instead. But I like to stream. And that's the thing on these models is the closer you get to being done, the more fragile parts you have on them. Especially the wooden ones. When you do your rigging, that's when it gets really ugly. Let's see, I should do. You're on there all the time, Ken. Night, Keith. Have a great evening. That's one of the things too, is that I try and find a time that works for as many people as possible. And Tuesday, people have to work on Wednesday. I also stream a little bit later, hoping that Donnie can make it. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. A lot of times he shows up and says, "What, you're leaving? But I just got here, stay longer." Although I did get my turnabout on him yesterday. He was done, and I'm like, "But Donnie, you need to stay longer." I can see that. Next time I need to remember to paint these before I put them on there. Also looking forward to the buddy build. Also looking forward to when we can work on the Nina Pinta and Santa Maria. I don't have them yet. I'm not sure when or if I'm going to get them, Alec. They're ones I'd like to get, but I have so many models in the backlog. And I just picked up the Calypso. So those are probably going to be a while before I get them, if ever. And the reason, you know, Andrea was very understanding with the Calypso because Calypso is, or was until I picked it up, kind of a grail kit. Okay, let's do it this way. If I pick it up, I shouldn't be grabbing spots I will break, hopefully. But if you do pick up the Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria, Alec, I will gladly watch you build. Okay, let me see if I can show. Seeing it's covered up a little bit. It wasn't obvious before. There's an unpainted one, but it looks a little bit better that way. While I'm holding this, let me set the brush down. And I'm going to re-glue this post here. That was a post I just knocked loose. It just slides in there. And the way the instructions have it, they're actually not out as far as I'm putting them, but I think they look better where I'm putting them. And then I'll have to go back and touch these up with blue. Yep, I saw the post this morning as well, and I entered the raffle. That one looks like a very intense, is a good word, because of the thickness of the planks, or not the planks, the parts that come with it. Those are some seriously thick slats of wood. And in case you're wondering, yes, I do chew on the end of my paintbrush. She's actually doing what I wanted to do at one point for Model Expo. I did reach out to them, never heard back. I wanted to do a sponsored build or two from them. Like I said, never heard back. Still don't mind. Because they have to get the best bang for their buck. And they did reach out to me last night and say that they had fixed my cart because apparently they thought I had not yet purchased the Calypso. But I told him in the email last night when he emailed me that I actually had a tracking number already. I think it was Garcia. And he is actually, I've corresponded with him before. He's who fixed my problem with paints on the Chaperone. Yes, the No Such model shipways kit. And I saw that it comes with fabric, not sails. So you actually have to sew your own sails, which might be an interesting task. Actually, no two ways about it. It would be an interesting task having to sail your own sails or sew your own sails. And I think Ola actually does most of the time sew her own sails. Sorry, concentrating a little bit here. You can tell when I start to concentrate because I stop talking. Either I stop talking either because I'm concentrating or can't get a word in edgewise sometimes. But that's okay. Got some paint on the inside of the wheels. So what do you guys think? Because there is concrete, or there is a type of concrete that fills the area between the crap, between the bricks on the stand. What do you guys think of the color of the bricks? Should they be orange like that, or should they be painted a different color? I'm leaning towards just doing the grout between the bricks and leaving them orange because that's kind of what the roadways look like in San Francisco downtown, where the trains all go to the station. See if I can get the rest of this in here and not flick any paint. Let's see. Yeah, John Garcia from Model Shipways. Ola Scratch builds her own. Great videos from her. Absolutely. Just saw your Discord post, Dawn. Wash them and make them look dirty. Oh, you mean the bricks? Okay. Yeah, wash is one thing. What they actually do, and eventually I will do it on another one. They have an instructional video out there. I don't know if it was from Model Expo or not, but there's a video out there where somebody did that, and they painted all the bricks, and then they painted each individual ones different colors, and it looks really cool. But it's also a lot of time. The work doesn't bother me. Of course, on the other hand, don't be me. I keep forgetting I have more time than anybody knows what to do with these days. Okay. Set that down, let it dry, not break anything else off of it tonight. I have a ton of bricks still to cut for this. This bowl here is the bricks. I still got to cut them. Put a piece of discarded gum and a cigarette butts on the base. And then print out some tiny discarded newspaper and some bits of trash. And no, actually, I haven't even gotten a shipping or tracking number for Pack 1 yet. I did email them, and they said that they would be shipping, that Pack 1 would be shipping to the States this week, which is interesting because I got the notice that it's going to, and I don't know how else to say it. I got the notice of it would have been charged about 2 weeks ago if that I wasn't being comped it. But when it gets here, it gets here. I'm not gonna fight over a free model. Once it does get here, then it's going to be about a week before I post anything because I've got to still do the do the intro for it. So now let me get as much of this out of here as I can. Matter of fact, paper towels are empty. But I have another little already behind me. The trick is to wipe this stuff out and not get it all over yourself. I'm not very good at that. Of course, the other trick would be to just let it dry and peel it out as a single piece. But hey, who said I'm that smart? Okay. That one. That one. How many did I break while I was just doing other things? Looks like none of them are broken yet. Give me a chance. So now the fun part. I believe I fit all of these into place once before. Let's see. Okay, those two are going to go like that. These two like that. What I'm doing is I'm putting the short pieces in towards the middle. I've got this one on the wrong side. So let's see. Are you going to fit in there, or am I going to have to fight with you? Just take a little bit of paint off of each of these tabs. That way I should be able to get it to fit in there. Here's a really smart idea. Don't sand paint over top of the model and end up with gray crap all over the top of the model. I already put enough stuff in the wrong place on there. Okay. Will you fit? That one's in. That one's going in. It's this middle one that's not playing nice. So do a little bit on the other side here. Oh, yeah. I have a little bit of little bubble of paint there. So Alex said his meal is done. He's about to head home. Don't worry, I won't text and bike much. It's not texting and biking. Last time you were texting and watching. Ride safe, Alec. And distracted driving, whether it's on a bike or a car, is still distracted driving. So close. I'm peeling a little bit off the inside of this slot here. Not too much, because this actually becomes part of the floor. I think that might almost have it. All right, Jody. Not sure how long I'll be on, but thanks for stopping by. Okay. Hopefully this middle one will go in without any major fight. This is one of those times that I'm using glue kind of to lubricate the parts to go in. Come on, get in there. I was afraid that was going to happen. And it's not staying on either end all the way in. Hang on. There's the problem. It's actually pushing the floor up on one side. Let me peel this, a little bit of this off of here. I have to be very careful because I'm cutting with the grain, and that would just do that, break the part. Fortunately, that's down under the edge. Okay. I can't see what I'm doing right now. And I'm trying to put it in backwards. Come on. Come on. Get in there. Okay. That one's in. And I have no stairs. Oh, look, I broke another one of these loose. Or is it the same one? Put a drop of glue in there. Push this back down. Push that back in there. But got this one on now. But this is popped off. So I'm going to let that set up. I'm going to leave this one off. Just looking, I think this is this is the warped one. No, it's not. I'm going to leave that off and hopefully not break any more. If I do, It'll be fine. I'll just put them back on as I get them on. So we'll do a little bit of sanding on this side as well. And I'm off camera, I'm sure. That's why I have this blue mat here. It tells me where my camera's at. I still end up off camera quite a bit. On a live stream with multiple people, doesn't really matter. When you're the only one on that's streaming, it's important that you're on camera. Otherwise, your audience sits there and goes, "What's he doing?" These are actually not bad models. I mean, really enjoyable. It's just that the fit on some of the parts is good and solid, and so it could be a little bit difficult at times to get them in. And it's been at least 10 years since the last Tram that I did. The Madrid, or no, sorry, no, it's been a couple of years. The Lisbon Tram. But it didn't have the parts hanging down like this. Hindsight being 2020, it would have been better to put these on and then the steps. Keep wanting to grab it right here. Snap that right off. Don't set that on the sanding stick. That's bad. Okay. That one went in. Oh, that's the way it was supposed to go in there. Is the middle acting up again? No. Okay, take this off. Drop some glue in here. That's not going to fit. Same with the front. That one just went in so nicely in the middle. And that one went on almost perfectly. That one slid a little bit, looks like. Yep, it did. This one's loose. This one's loose because it's actually a hair short. I'll have to use a little bit of fill down here to get these to all sit in place the way they need to. Let's set this up here. We'll start working on the next one. And as you can see, there is a reason why I sometimes get stalled. A lot has gone wrong tonight on this model, but once it's done, oh man, got some paint down here. Didn't realize it was still that wet. Might be able to get it off of there completely. So what I was saying is once this model is completed, I'll look at it and be happy with the result and won't be upset that took a little bit of extra effort in these areas. Don't really need that right now. Yeah, I'm very happy with the models when I get done with them. I absolutely am, Don. But that's okay. It's like I say, the key to modeling is not getting everything right the first time, not making mistakes. It's knowing how to make your mistakes disappear. So this one goes on the other side. I think I just saw Donnie's fly. Good. That one's going to go in without any problem. Nice. Yep. Gotta love wood. Lawnmower fixed? What do you mean lawnmower fixed, Donnie? It's dark outside. You can't fix your lawnmower in the dark. You missed everything, Donnie. I broke stuff. I broke other stuff. I painted stuff wrong. You missed a whole comedy of errors. And at one point, we threw Ian under the tracks. Oh, it's right underneath you, underneath your name. Oh, yay. This one broke too. Donnie, your wish is my command. I have had these things have been just playing havoc with me tonight. Let me get the excess glue back off of here. This is the one that had the gap on it. So this one's going to be an interesting one anyway. Okay. Just for fun. Let's see. Just for fun. Is it going to fit? Of course not. Let's put that over there. Stay. Alec is back, texting while he's driving or riding. What do you think of the placement of peeing? Yes, please show your appreciation for the comedy of errors with a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. But that's actually, I think, why we stream, is because then people encourage you to make the mistakes that you do. And they appreciate when you do and you fix them. We all learn from each other as we are streaming. It's kind of funny too when we had my my guy that's going to, basically the contractor for my roof. When he was here, we were talking a little bit, and I picked up a subscription today. Thumbs up. Yeah, I picked up a subscription. He, showed some of the models and everything, and Andrea told him the channel name, and he looked for it and subscribed. Thought that was kind of cool. Oh, there we go. It's off camera, but the reason where I got that paint on that one part is there was this drop of paint on the table. Yeah. There, left side. Ian's under the tracks, or under the train. Okay, that one's going to go in. It's not too bad. Only one that really didn't want to go in. Two that broke. Although I did knock several of the posts loose. Oh, come on. Get back in there. There we go. There we go. All right. Did I say bums up? I might have. Out of sight, out of mind. Look at the left side, and Donnie said he saw him. Now let's get him back out of there, just in case the paint is still wet under there. That would be kind of funny. There's that. Go ahead and turn this over. Set it up there for right now. So the next step, actually, I was going to say the next step is to put these in there, but yeah, they say to put these eyelets on those posts before you put them on there. Did I not cut those other ones? It does not look like I did, because I've got the ones that are on here right now. These ones are, what is that? I think they're 5 millimeters by 5 millimeters. No, they're 3 by 3. The ones that go up here in the front on the ends are 1 by 3. I thought I cut them, but apparently I did not. Hey, look, leftovers from a book nook. That's right. I looked at this stuff and I don't think I have a full 1 by 3. Maybe. What's that? That's going to be 2 millimeters. Oh no, that's 3 millimeters by 1 millimeter. Of course, I could just use the ones that are right here that I cut. Oh, I love this. If I had a brain, I'd take it out and play with it. And then probably lose it. So are these? They are. But what I didn't do was drill the holes on. That's too long. I don't know why I didn't drill the holes on these. think I got sidetracked while I was while we were on the stream. So 36 millimeters and 16 millimeters, but it's fun, Donnie. It's fun. And you're younger than I am, so it's okay. Yes, that's awesome. There's another one broken off. It's just an off day. That's exactly what it is. So what I'm doing, because I want to make sure that these are close to where they will look exactly the same. I need to drill a hole in the center of these so that these pieces will fit in there, because that's where the grab bars are going to be. So Donnie said he's not really making him not want to play with wood. It's an off day. Yes, come to the dark side, other Dawn. Donnie said, see what I mean. And Alex said, Donnie, if you want to see a good reason to play with wood, wait till the group build of the longboat. Yes, the longboat will be a lot of fun. Donnie was there when I built the other one. I built that one on a stream. Or mostly on a stream. Still have not completely finished it. Let's see, it says 1.5, but I think it was actually 1.3 that I determined was the right one. I like this, the way they did it on this box, because it's 1.2 or 1.5. We're going to try a 1.2. And if it's not big enough, then I'll go up to a 1.5. There's actually a picture on the box that you set the drill bit on to get the right size. Okay. He was my young apprentice. Exactly. Yes, but actually, I do have to say it was a royal pain in the butt, but it was a lot of fun. The rigging is the only part I have not finished on that boat. It went together really well, and it's kind of funny because the small boat is my most popular video on YouTube. That's way too long. With the first video of that boat has over 11,000 views. The heck is the 1.5? There we go. That's funny. That is very funny. No wonder I couldn't find that drill bit. There's only two of them. The other one was inside the pin vise. And now he was a Padawan, and Alex says now he is my young apprentice. And I'm actually kind of Don's apprentice because I think Don's been, or no. Yeah, Don's been doing wood longer than I have, I think. Way longer. Okay, come on. Go ahead and take that comment off of there. So the whole idea behind this, drilling these holes, is so that it'll fit in there just like that. Yeah, exactly. Don's been doing wood off and on for 25 years. I've been doing it off and on for about 10 to 15. But finishing models, I've only been doing for, I don't know, 2-3 years. Oops, wrong one. Doesn't work trying to drill with a straight pin. What I'm doing is I'm setting these on top of each other. If you couldn't tell, I'm setting them on top of each other so I just drill straight through the one on the bottom. So does that make Don Obi-Wan, me Anakin, and you a young Padawan? Yes, it does. And wait until they implement Order 66, Alec. No, we wouldn't do that to you. Don, how did you get that splinter? By misadventures in scale modeling? Wait, I've finished a couple. I did not yet see the A10 cockpit you're working on. It's probably been added to my watch list, but I tend to just throw things on the watch list, and I'm doing better than I used to. I'm only about a month behind now. So expect a comment from me in about a month. Or maybe even tonight. Maybe I'll go up, when I get done here, I'll go upstairs and watch it. You ordered the, oh, in Discord. I did not. Hang on. Must be in military. A10 preview, just to show off the details of the cockpit. I love that intro. I'll have to watch it in a bit. I try not to watch videos in the middle of a stream. But yeah, I will watch it on Discord tonight. I did not watch it yet. But if I remember right, you said you got the decals that have the raised plastic parts on them. Did those on an F-16 I did. That I finished, Donnie, and you've seen it. Did an F-16 with those, and I thought they were fantastic. Very cool. Of course, the original A10 when the A10 came out of the factory, the cockpit pretty much didn't have much of anything in there. The avionics package used to be, for an A10, it used to be a UHF radio. That was the entirety of the avionics. Okay. You put these drill bits away. They're in place. All the ads YouTube has been throwing into video as of late, it's hard to watch them on the iPad while modeling with constant having to hit next skip. That is why I pay, and actually I pay $17. I pay for YouTube Premium. That way you don't have to have any commercials. And what I pay the 17 because it is a family plan. Jordan has his through my YouTube. So does Andrea. And I don't remember. It's like, I'm sitting here thinking, how much is it? And I've been saying it's 17 bucks. I think it's well worth it. It did not have lights, but it did have a power unit, the F-16. It looks fantastic. Okay. What is the next thing? Just looking. Goes on there. And this is where these instructions are wrong. No, the F-16 did not have 4 lights. Because on the instructions here, what they have you do, actually that might work. They have you bend these parts, and then the top part you just put in afterwards, but they have you put these parts in here, the sockets that are going to hold the wire. No lights, so fine, Donnie. Did have a cracked canopy where the pilot hit his head. But they have you put these on here, and I'm not sure how well it's going to work. Because what you have to do is you have to thread these wires down through there. The brass wire here. I'm going to try it. And the most awesome part still for me on that F-16 was the fact that I worked on that bird. Okay. It was the wing bird. That was kind of cool that they did that. That one's okay. Oh, hang on. Let's see. I'm in comments. I'm sitting here trying to figure out if I can do it. Ah, I can. So after that comment, I had to flip over to the HTM channel on here so I can go. We actually have multiple channels. I can, let's see. It's actually the very top one, but Yeah, I flipped over to Jordan's. Okay, back to mine. Now you can see that it changes the color of the names as we flip from thing to thing. Okay. But I thought it deserved the dun, dun, dun. So we're going to put that right there. And those are going to line up pretty close. Come on. So when I put this on here like this, there it is. Grab the straight edge here. These should be just about perfect. What I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can get it to zoom in. Come on. It worked almost. There we go. Right over here, you can see. Oh, shaving cream. I knew that was going to eventually happen. I just broke that. But these holes pretty much line up. You have to, it takes some doing to find them. I don't know if Midwest makes them anymore. This is how you recover from doing something stupid. I did actually look around because somebody asked me on one of my videos recently where I got this. Let me back this back out. Right about there. And I bought these off of Amazon. I did look, I saw, maybe it was Walmart. There is, somebody still has these in stock. And the triangles or the square like this, you can get something very similar to it pretty easily. But it's those markings on there for the size of the wood. What brand? It is Midwest Products. They are great tools. Matter of fact, and you ought to remember this, Donnie, I misplaced it one time, couldn't find it, and immediately bought another one. So let's throw some glue on here. So that'll line up like that. Don't worry, guys. I'm currently shopping at Fry's. Asking about my schedule for the next week or so. Not actively watching, commenting while actively biking yet again. So you're saying you have to? I do, and I use them. I might be convinced to part with one, maybe. I heard exactly what the way you said that, Eric. You were like, so you're saying there's a chance? I think Donnie was actually going onto the Google to see if he could find it. Glue off of there. Can display, use digital calipers, can display millimeter, inches, and fractions. I have a set of digital calipers as well. I don't use them because the battery keeps running out. They're cheapos. And they don't turn off very well, or they tend to turn on by themselves. They are out of stock everywhere, but like I said, Donnie, I think I came across them. Somebody asked, like I said, somebody asked on one of my videos, and so I looked. Although, just for fun, look on Micromark, because Micromark tends to copy a lot of stuff from everybody. So if you find it somewhere, a tool that you can't find anywhere else, a lot of times they will have it. Find the 3-inch square. That's actually, is that a 3-inch? I think it's a 4-inch. Yeah, this is a 4-inch. Come on, stay there. You are absolutely right. Midwest Products used to make them. I wonder if Model Expo is going to come out with those, because that is a fantastic tool. Okay. That actually is a good idea. Send a PM to Todd about that. Todd is really good about adding things to Discord. So let me see. I know I looked this up. Midwest Products, Hobby and Crafts. And right now I am on Google, so I cannot see any chat. Look at that. I do not know how many they have, but can't find. Well, there you go, Donnie. You shouldn't be looking for stuff on Micromark, or I mean on Discord. According to the internet, according to the Google, Soho Art Supplies has them in stock. I do not know if they are an actual valid company or not. Oh, open in store or fast, reliable shipping, proudly Canadian. You are welcome, Eric. And anybody who is interested in it, I don't know if they'll ship to the US. I would think they would. But I also know that shipping from Canada can sometimes be a little expensive. But I find that it's an invaluable tool. I'm looking at another spot right now. Interesting. There's another link for it. MSU. What university is that? And then and then the one at Walmart. Okay, it's out of stock at Walmart. $17 at Walmart. But yeah, hopefully you can get one. If for some reason neither of them is in stock, you have to look for the whole thing. You have to look for Midwest Products, Hobby, and Craftswear. That's how I found it. And yes, so now it's double in price. Actually, Canada, I've seen that usually the shipping starts at $20. But that's as far as I'm going to go tonight, guys. I've broken enough stuff. I've got things to fix now. I got to fix the steps on either side. The next things to do are going to be put these on. Put these little things on for the grab bars. Go ahead and Michigan State U. Okay. Put these on, and then these will go on to hold these posts that I keep knocking off. And then bend the brass wire here like this. There's actually a template right here. Once that's on, got a couple other wires to do. And this thing is all but done. And now is when I'm supposed to be putting in the headlights. No, I need to set up stuff so I can broke stuff next week too. Just made it up. The rule is that I have to stream until almost 9 o'clock, just like Donnie did. So really appreciate you guys coming by. I've had a lot of fun tonight getting places. I've got, like I said, not a whole lot to go on here. I got to touch up some paint. I've got to put the grab bars on, put the steps back on, and then see if I can get these out without breaking them, and then put these decals on, and it'll be done. It is lit, so Donnie will be happy. You stream till 9:30. I'm not Donnie, man. So really, like I said, really appreciate everybody coming by. If you're watching this on the replay, like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post new content. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if it turns out you're able to find, which I can't right now, my Hobby and Craftswear, because this is a fantastic tool for when you're working with wood. Take care, everybody. I will see you on the next stream and or video.
Model mania, hard work models, plastic modeling, wooden models. Workman's model mania, hard work models, plastic modeling, wooden